And greetings, everyone. Welcome to another exciting stream of us playing Magic poorly. Sorry, we had to fast forward or rewind I guess rewind at the time, the timer countdown. For some reason, okay, this time we're having some TikTok issues. Well, we started a little late after we pushed that stream button, which is why our timer countdown sometimes does not sync with a 5-minute lead we want to give ourselves, so that way the ads prevent the pre-roll ads roll. If that makes sense. Hmm. And so, of course, we've got a couple options ahead of us today. When last we left, I had drafted a quick draft, and it's unfortunate, right? Because we saw a lot of like gold color, you know, show cards, right? We found toss, yeah? Yo, magic time, baby! The extra special magic time, especially since we have Christmas in the house. Greetings, salutations, and welcome. I did throw some new emotes in there. I don't know what you think of them. Or let me know what you think of them. Wahaha. If you'd like, if not, no worries. But how have you been? How have you been? How go the things? How do you like standard so far? And if things have rolled over, by no means feel obligated. I I drafted this goofy limited deck the other night, right before signing off, because we have because I saw Toffs and Kataras come, right. The main problem with it is that my red nor green has enough removal, right? We also have the problem of from what I understand, right, green's not a color to splash per se, right, but one to build around. The thing is that we've got all these like allies that need green, right? And then this is a pretty good card. And that's a pretty good card. This is a pretty good card. And then this is a pretty good card, right? Like Great Divide Guide was our pack one, pick one, you know? The problem is we got no removal. We got some, we got a couple okay combat tricks, but like, you need removal in this game, right, chat? With as many bombs as this game has, especially as you climb up in wins. So my one thought is, maybe we run it like this for a minute, right? Because this one seems a lot of fun, doesn't it? We, Because, these are powerful green cards, right? They're powerful green cards. The problem is that, yeah. I do want to get Battle Fan in there. But I don't know if it's for, Fire Sages or maybe how to start a riot, yeah? One thing is we're very low on creatures, right? But we got the Cave of Two Lovers, we've got okay, that might actually be kind of it that we have for creating characters, right? And so the other thought is, do we maybe take the Yip out, right? The +2/+2 is very nice, but we're low on creatures, right? And so here are non-critters. Wait, we can do the fancy thing, right? We'll do Kree or Okay, that's not gonna work, is it? We tried. Wait, oh, T, C, yeah? That didn't work at all, did it? Yo, there we go. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's not like the worst amount of removal, right? It's only like barely 3 pieces, though, huh? Well, no, I mean, we can call that okay, right? Intriguing, chat. That might actually work, huh? The problem is that we're a little more mid-rangey, right? Because our 1-drops don't really create much board presence. We gotta see how many 2-drops we can reliably get into play, I think. To see if, you know, a semi-mid-range thing could work. If not, right? Realistically, I believe our blue package is what it's all about, yeah? Like, look at all of these amazing value cards, right? Value card, great value card, value card, value card, value card, you know, like, that's what I hate. Our blue cards are amazing, chat. And so what it really means, right, is that we would just kind of like take out red, I think, and then splash blue, right? And then, you know, splash 1 red for that maybe. Or we take out green, right? The thing is, like, our green is really good. And we are definitely, you know, the creature that we are adding, right? We are adding, like, 2 allies for it, you know? And so that's not the worst either, right? The card draw, oh, the one thing. We don't have that much flying in the deck, right? I think that, this cutie's our only flyer. And so we need to figure out the, that's the one problem, right? Our creatures don't synergize as well in this as they do. The thing is, that's a human cleric. We don't really have that much fire bending going on, right? That's just such a solid 2-drop, you know? Could like a +1/+1 on it. Yo, oomph, 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 oomph. Heck yeah. It's funny too, right? Because I was trying another one, which I named Umph. So there's an Umph and Umph if we unlock more at one point. The problem, of course, they don't make noise, but, you know, Umph, 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 Umph. you can kind of, picture it visually, the Umph, if that makes sense. See the sounds, chat. But yeah, here's an example of maybe what you don't want to do, right? Get these little top ends in here. These little toff ends. Ha 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 ha. Their synergies are a little rough. Blue and white, they're an amazing combo pair together. Just because blue's got a lot of removal, got a lot of card draw. And then of course, allies enough to synergize. You can even do flying allies if you wanted to goof around some. Red, of course, has some fun stuff. The problem is, right, we need to see what our 2-drops look like. Because I think that we can cut that, that one possibly for the Kyoshi fan. Just because I feel like the Kyoshi fan is going to do a little better, or just be a little more interactive, just be another fun little thing with Toss, right? It'd be rad if it tap for, I mean, it doesn't really do that much with her. It does count more as an item though, right? Right, spell per se, so we can, do that off it. You know, this dude not being an ally, that thing being an ally. Of course, you know, Sokka and Fire Sage is attacking together, right? That'd be really good mana for us, but like, if that could happen, that'd be rad. Because we don't necessarily have that many attackers we want to send with Sokka on that turn 3, huh? Oh, of course, you know, the Battle Fan is creates a body too. Oh, wait, I mean, that's still, if we take out anything, we should take out a non-creature spell, sadly, right? And so that could be the exchange, right? For this Toph, putting that in instead could totally work. This counts kind of as creature spells, right? Like, the problem, of course, being a little awkward. A little awkward, but like, it's really good. The value of that card's amazing, chat. Especially by the time you get that, you know, third chapter, you're like, okay, cool. This land is now just doing land stuff, right? It's being vigilant. Oh man. And so, I don't know. Okay, the thing is, okay, we got removal, and we'll count those as creatures, right? So also we have 15 creatures, 16 creatures with that maybe. Even though they're tokens, a little more vulnerable, especially with airbending, right? We can count them as maybe half, 1.5, right? Although really you can't, you know, I mean, because they're still gonna take a piece of removal out, right? Okay, and so yeah, Whale does put up to 16 with that in place, which is not a bad number. You know, I mean, we can easily count those as ones per se. While they're expensive, you know, they do make two, and so that's cool. And so yeah, we might I don't know. I mean, we do need to play an island for that, right? And so we got this non-critter. That's a good one. This is the only one that's kind of like meh, but it's pretty solid. It's a lesson too, right? Which keys off Toph. Oh, you know, which makes the extra +1/+1. This is such a jank deck, chat. Okay, so what happens if we have +1/+1 counters on an artifact, on an equipment, chat? Chat. What if we have +1/+1 counters on an equipment? Super jank, but this do be limited, and that could almost be something for for a fun commander deck, yeah. And if the +1/+1 on these do count, good lord, chat. We've just made a really, really fun deck. Oh man, and this gets even hotter, right? Because I'll have trample, get +2/+0. Well, I mean, hotter-ish, maybe, ish. That makes me sad. Well, okay, we'll count that as like a combat trick, right? And so, we want 3 combat tricks. Red's a little more than a splash, right? Green's a little... Oh man, that's so awkward. They're just a little more than a splash, aren't they? I love the fact that we have this though, right? Okay, so do we think that the Because they're non-lessons, right? They're very good. Like, I really wish we had another barrels of blasting jelly if we're going into that many colors, right? I wouldn't necessarily know what to take out, but we'd figure something, right? But yeah, right now, right, these are our non-lessons that, we're keeping in, right? Which is unfortunate. Um, but, like, those are only combat tricks per se, right? This is a game ender, which is the thing. It does cost 3. The +2/+2 can be good since our critters. Well, I mean, we're getting a lot of +1/+1 counters per se, right? And this is a combat trick too, yeah? And so. I guess the main question is, right? Do we want a combat trick for survival or a combat trick to end things? Let's again double check how much removal we have, because that will help us understand which we need to do, right? The problem, of course, with the airbender, they do come back most of the time, right? You can't count on it getting a token, right? You can hope, of course, but I mean, that's pretty much all of these things, right? Yeah, we do not have enough removal if we take out any of those things, huh? Didn't we have another piece of removal? I guess not, chat. That could be problematic. I almost feel like splashing one of these cards instead of Katara. But I mean, we got Sokka, Katara, and 2 tops. How do you really drop Katara out of that deck, chat? You can't. Bottom line, you can't. You just can't. Until we're a little until we're lost deep, then we'll get back, y'all. Okay, and so since we don't have much removal, I do think that we can probably. It hurts getting rid of that, right? Because theoretically we're gonna have a decent amount of +1/+1 counters on things, and they won't be the largest, right? Because we're earthbending like 1, earthbending 1, 1/1 allies. We don't have like a blanket bonus to them. Besides Water Tribe Captain, which costs 5 mana, right? And so it's odd, because Twin Blades is an amazing combat trick, right? Flash, double strike, +1/+1. And the fact that we can have trample and double strike, right? Like, yeah, chat, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. And so I'm really torn right now. I mean, really, the smart answer is just to go blue. Splash blue. Because we've only got like 1, 2, 3-ish artifacts. It's so good though, chat. Especially again, right? If we can put +1/+1 counters on them, yeah. Because we can because equipment, I'm pretty sure, if it's got a +1/+1 counter on it, confers the bonus, right, to its wielder. And so theoretically, we can go fast, we can go hard. We're gonna be doing things with lands and items sometimes. Oh, chat, this deck feels absolutely cursed. but it's earth bending, and it's got toss, and it's got some allies, Like, I really wish that we had that rare good ally for sure. Oh my gosh, even a Master Pian. Oh, we don't have that many lessons, right? But Piandao would definitely fit the flavor. And so, of course, the next one would be. let's see if we can do like a quick buildy build, right? We are very much based in white just because the creature situation, right? We've got some decent 2-drops for green and blue, mind you. But, well, which is the thing, right? If we combine our white and our blue, chat, that gives us the most removal we have available, right? And then the, and that's pretty cool. With card draw. Removal and card draw. Removal and card draw. Because Razor Rings is pretty okay, you know? Not the best, though. I mean, you know, it caps out at 4, right? That not capping out is nice. That not capping out. You know, these being temporary. That being temporary. Temporary. But that's not temporary. That's temporary, though. Make it so that, like, them not capping out is, you know, maybe not as good, right? Because the thing just comes back next turn. Can we keep up the tempo to make it worthwhile if we take out red? It would go into more control late game, and we don't really have flyers to facilitate good returns on that. And that's the problem, right? Our late game white and blue cards per se are splashing some green for that, yeah? And that's, you know, and so like our green and red just work so much better together, chat. And we don't go 4-color soup for no reason, for just a couple pieces of control, do we? Because we would want to keep probably all 3 of those. Like that splash bowl, and these 2 are fun. And it's all about having fun, right? Golly, 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 gosh. Of course, this is an instance, right, where the people talk about Waterbender's Satchel not being that good. And so with the things here, that makes sense, right? How we've got, on your turn 4, you'll have 5 mana, right? And so you want to be casting some of those stuff on turn 4, right? And I believe, right, there's a lot of good turn 4 stuff. A lot of that good chat. I wonder if this works yet. That's so odd. My TikTok stream seemed to have been flagged for fraud. Look out, chat. I am frauding the MTG community. Okay, cool. We appealed it. Service internal error. Front row, chat. Oh no, we should be good. Hello, TikTok. We are back. My apologies about that. I hope it wasn't about that advice I was giving. Because again, I prefaced that advice I had, right, with like, this is, you know, I'm not licensed, I'm not official capacity right now, you know, take this all with a grain of salt, but from what I understand, etc., 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 right? And so, hope that went over well. I also need to figure out a good dividey bar, I think, in the middle of that vertical canvas for the TikToking. We, sorry about that, chat. And so what do you think? Should we, rock out some standard? See if we can do some climb? Or should we jump into some limited and see if this actually works? Cause like, I want to say that there's probably some interaction with like modular items, right? Like the lion slash thingy, right? Lion slash thingy, +1/+1 counters on equipment. There we go. Does a +1/+1 counter on equipment do anything? It's not a creature. Wait, what? Won't do anything unless I equip, however. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, dang. Okay, chat. So it looks like that we won't be able to, give the creature the +1/+1. Maybe not, though. Keep in mind, it's a very little game. If it does not say the word counter, then it's not a counter. Oh. Okay, yeah. Blah 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 blah. And so yeah, I'm thinking that it doesn't work. That if we put the earthbending tokens on the equipment, that the equipment is the thing that will get the bonus to the power and toughness, and not the creature that it's equipped to, right? So again, if we try to earthbend Toph on the Kyoshi fan, right? The Kyoshi fan will get the +1/+1, but if the Kyoshi fan's on anything, then it will not get, then it will not get, won't give the +1/+1. I do still think it's going to be Twin Blades, of course. This Toph combo, though, seems a little rougher, you know? The fact that we get Earthbend 2 for free at the beginning of the end step, just like a free trigger with Katara, that seems like it's going to be the fun, right? The problem is, how do we ensure we get there, you know? Like, that's why, like, figuring out if we can maybe... how do we splash blue, chat? Like, these... Well, okay, yeah, that's a good one, that's a good one. Like, this is, you know, meesh. But, like, Sun Warriors is great. Toph is pretty dang good, you know? Getting back your removal, chat. Never don't like getting back your removal, right? But oh my gosh, we've got all the banger good, you know, staple. Blue card. Only thing we could, you know, possibly want is maybe the giant koi, right? Ah, man. We don't have too much water bending for the benevolent spirit. I mean, we do have the... And we do, you know, we are playing Kyoshi's fan. We are playing Twin Blades. Don't really have enchantments outside. Oh, we got... Oh, okay. Wait, no, you can't type enchantments, right? Only, artifacts or critters, yeah? Oh my, oh my. I think we'll just jump into some, standards real quick. And then figure out what we're going to do with that. And we still have, 40 hours. A couple days. Hopefully we'll climb out, you know? Plus, it'll give us something to do if, you know, when we get, tilted doing this standard thing, right? We're like, oh man, okay. Another lessons deck. Watching them sit there and not interact. Or, you know, just play removal. Removal and card draw. Removal and card draw. What a horrible starting hand, chat. Well, I mean, you know, pretty bad. That's so awkward. I kind of want to put the Voice of Victory back, right? We got our combo piece in hand. And we have 4 of those cuties, so... Ooh. Golgari, huh? How Golgarius. Aw, man, really? I wonder if we draw land next turn, chat. That'd be pretty cool. Glad they're not playing lessons, too. They do have a pretty good hand, though, which is scary. That's a cutie card. Let's show their Ouroboros, yeah? Oh, Llanowar? That's cool. We are not twisted about Llanowar elves, right? Ooh. Spicy. We did have a combo, the other combo piece, but we didn't really have the cards to support it, right? I was expecting them to play that next turn. Good job, Oppo. Oh, that's helpful. Might be a little too late though, huh? Yeah, I don't know what we could have grabbed instead. I'm curious. We did play that a little wrong. Oh, especially since we can't afford that cutie, huh? Dang, that's embarrassing. I'm sorry, chat. We should have only had those two, which is unfortunate. They do have a lot of removal, which is annoying. I almost want to duress them, yeah? We do only have two in the deck. Okay, and so they're going quick. It's odd that none of those came up. We might have to rethink Wreck Raid. Even though they didn't come up, they would not have been that useful there. We did draw into our mana, which was nice. I mean, I think that we played that pretty well, up until that one point. Voice of Victory is handy per se, just because they got a lot of instant speed removal. Yeah, I think we'll try it like that. Dang, that was embarrassing though, chat. I can't believe we, well, not embarrassing, right? They do beat Ouroboros. We do just be some little batty bats. I'm just trying to think if, like, there was a better time to save for that Aven Interrupter. If we should have gone for whatchamacallit instead of Zorleen. We didn't do the math on the Ouroboros pump, which is the other thing too, right? So if we had, then we would have, probably... figured something else out, maybe. Hopefully figured something else out, right? That do be okay. Yo, Abomination! Greetings, greetings. How do you do? How do you do? Wow. What a rude hand. I don't think we can do too well against that. To the ends, huh? Fascinating. By the way, just a heads up. Not sure if it will brick your bandwidth, but you have 3 YouTube streams going at once. Ooh, 3.